Greetings. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light on Thursday, June 12th. Today's reading is in anticipation of this evening's full moon, which occurs at 9:11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Today, Thursday, June 12th, and this reading is in effect for the coming 2 weeks through the remainder of this lunar cycle. I'm going to begin today with a short description of the astrological aspects of this full moon, which are quite special, and we'll start with a short description of the special frequencies of this full moon using the tarot cards. The sun right now is in Gemini, which is symbolized by the Lover's card, and the moon opposite in Sagittarius, symbolized by art, or a card called Temperance in other decks. And so as the one aspect of Gemini, this Gemini-Sagittarius polarity that I'd like to talk about today in preparation for the reading is the idea of inspired creativity, illuminated awareness, and illuminated inspiration that is offered by the relationship of the sun and moon today as the moon reflects the illuminated essence of solar light in Gemini. And through the card of art alchemy in Sagittarius, the moon is allowing us to access our own inspiration and then use that inspiration to create the art of our own life, the expression of our own essence in the world. So having given that brief introduction, what I'd like to say about today's astrology chart is that the auspices for today's moon and the coming 2 weeks are specifically to access higher states of awareness, and creativity and intuitive connection to spirit, to expand consciousness through the experience of creativity and expanded intuition. There's a very interesting pattern in the sky that's creating this opportunity. And so I'll summarize it briefly here. If you'd like to know more about the specific chart and read an article explaining the astrological auspices, you can go to seattleastrology.org to see that article and see the chart. In summary, however, the special opportunity for this expanded consciousness in the coming couple of weeks will come when we are able to pay attention to circumstances in the present moment, and specifically moments of transition or unexpected circumstances. And the reason for this is that moments of transition and times when something unexpected happens, for a very brief instant, we wake up, we step out of the habit of moving in autopilot, and for a moment when we're surprised or when we're shifting activities, we have an opportunity to come fully present. So some of these moments of waking up might be uncomfortable, but when you're aware of the opportunity to receive a gift of expansion and illumination in that moment of waking up, you can release your own interpretation of good and bad and just say, oh, here I am awake in this moment. Now what's going to happen? Hold curiosity, and you will receive an infusion of creativity and light. That's the promise and gift of this full moon. And so knowing this kind of exciting message, I drew a tarot spread asking for clarity and guidance to help us take advantage of these opportunities in the next few days. The first pattern that you'll see as these cards unfold is that all 4 cards I drew today are discs in the suit of the physical realm. So while the expansion is in consciousness, the message for today is for us this week and next week to stay in our bodies, to stay in the physical, to stay practical and focused on the world around us and our inner realms as well. So here we go with the message. The card all the way to the left in the position of body is the 6 of discs. It came up reversed. You can see that the pattern is symmetrical, so in a sense the reversal doesn't really matter. This is a card of blessing and the experience of success in the physical realm. So when I saw the card reversed and meditated on the focus of the spread, I heard with kind of gentle laughter the message to look for success in every circumstance. And so that's the reminder to be available to the blessing in the moment and not to interpret things as good or bad, because that can allow us to retract, either through expectation or through fear. So just trusting the success that exists in the present and the blessing that's available, and being available with creative interest. This card, whenever it appears in a reading, signifies a blessing, especially so right now. The card in the position of the center, in the position of awareness, the Three of Discs, is called the Works. It represents acting with alignment of body, mind, spirit. The painting shows a triangle, and actually it's painted as a tetrahedron, the four-sided building block of the universe, the most stable form that exists. And this tetrahedron is reminding us that in the perhaps the most important thing we can commit to receive these potentials in the coming days is commit to our own inner coherence and inner alignment. Alignment of body, mind, spirit, and to commit to that from a place of awareness and our will. This is the position of mind is also the will, and the choices we have of where we put our attention will be significant in the coming days. All the way to the right, the Princess of Discs. The Princess of Discs in the position of spirit represents a gift from your angels, your higher self, your inner being, of courage and calm and constancy and groundedness and embodiment. The Princess of Discs is the one of all the cards in the entire deck who brings the world into form. She takes all the potentials that exist in all the realms and grounds them into the physical experience, into the world. She brings birth to new forms. And this is from the confidence and quiet of the inner realms. So activity this week is all about going within and coming in alignment to the present moment. It's interesting. It's a very physical experience, and yet it's also internal at the same time. So seeing this spread, I was really curious to draw the final card, the fourth card, asking for something else to consider. And it's another disc. This is the Eight of Discs, the card I call the Feng Shui card. In this deck, it's called Prudence, and it represents the capacity to be present to detail and organization, and it represents the beauty that comes, as you can see from the card, the Tree of Life with the 8 flowers emerging from the stable, strong tree. This, if you're interested in astrology, this is the Sun in Virgo. This is illuminated order and organization. So the final message is an emphasis for us to pay attention to our environment, to our circumstances, and also to our inner order. And maintaining order within will allow us to receive the blessings of creativity and spiritual, intuitive expansion that are waiting for us in these coming days. I welcome you to celebrate the illumination of the full moon. Gather with friends or celebrate yourself anytime over the next 2 or 3 evenings. And then also the light, the illumination of the sun, the solar illumination of these special days as we anticipate summer solstice on the 21st, and the sun and moon working in partnership this week and next to help us prepare for the dawn of a new season of inspiration. The Eight of Discs, also one thing I'd like to close with is another practice I like to think of with the 8, because the 8s are about bringing things to order and balance, is this is a card of gathering your tools, your own magical tools, your basket, your medicine bag, as you integrate your wisdom and your abilities and all that you know from all the realms, and bring what you know, what your own wisdom is, into the world. So I wish you much joy and happiness in the coming days, and approach these days with a sense of eagerness and delight in the most simple, mundane tasks, you will find and experience illumination. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive message for the Grids of Light.